Look at that. Smooth as a dolphin.
The Camino de Santiago, Wales Coast Path, West Highland Way, Altavia 2 through the Dolomites. I've walked thousands and thousands of miles over the years. Unfortunately, never had any major issues with my feet. So I'm currently backpacking through Snowdonia with my friend Sam here. And along the way, I'm going to talk you through some of my kind of tricks and tips for looking after my feet, avoiding blisters and kind of general soreness. So as an experiment, last night I cleaned and re-proofed my right boot with Nickwax and I left the left boot. And I haven't been hiking very long and I can already tell the difference. So the left boot is already completely saturated and it's feeling hot, heavy and quite clammy, whereas my right boot feels light and it feels fresh. So it really makes a difference looking after your footwear. Another thing I'd say is to think about how you're doing up your laces. So everyone knows the obvious way, but there's a different way that I often turn to, and I find it actually locks your foot in place much more securely, stops your toes banging the front of the boot and your heel lifting too much at the back. Okay, so down here, do the kind of normal loop that you do, but then loop it back around one more time, pull that tight, and that locks it down there, kind of stops it slipping, keeps it all nice and firm down there. Then into that eyelet there, skip the middle one, go straight to the top, do the same on the other side, then bring the lace down and through, and again on the other side, down and through, and pull. And can you see that's kind of cinching it in down at the middle of your ankle rather than at the top? And I think that actually is a much more even hold. And then again, do that twist and do it 3 times like before, and then it's business as usual from that. Over, double knot it. There we go. And honestly, that feels so much more secure, so much more comfortable, and in my opinion, I think that makes me much less likely to pick up a blister.
That's what we need. That is what we need.
Another thing I'll do is I'll pick up a newspaper while I'm on my way to my hike and stick it in a dry bag and just bury it at the bottom of my bag. And just before going to bed at camp, I'll stuff some sheets right into my boots. Normally come morning, I'll be able to wake up to completely dry boots. Oh, it's horrible. I'd also say, as soon as your feet do feel like they're overheating a bit, get your boots off, get your socks off, just for a moment. Let your feet kind of air out, dry out a bit. Maybe give them a rub down as well. That can make a world of difference, actually. Sorry if you can't hear me because of the wind. On pretty much every hike I go on, I'll choose socks that have a nice high merino content. To me, merino just ticks all the right boxes for a backpacking trip. It's fast drying, really good wicking properties, it's comfortable, it's also naturally water resistant as well. So I've been wearing the same pair for the past 2 days of hiking and camping. I wouldn't say they smell, they still feel fresh and comfortable. At the end for us, luckily no clamp on the cart, or signs of braking and entering. Good little trip that.